Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Diecast Racing. This is Chris, and I have another comparison video for you guys tonight. Today we're going to be comparing the Toyota GR Supra, one from Hot Wheels and the other from Mini GT. As I said in my last video, the comparison is just for how the vehicle looks. It's not for its purposes. This is a toy. The Hot Wheels is a toy. The Mini GT is a scale model. Both of them are pretty neat looking cars, but both of them have primarily different purposes. This Toyota from Hot Wheels is more of a toy. It's something that you would give to your 5-year-old kid. Something that you would drive down a track or roll across the floor. Whereas this is a scale model, something that you would display rather than play with as a toy. Tonight we're just going to go over the differences or similarities between the two. I'm going to start off with the Hot Wheels. So the Hot Wheels car here is the 2020 Toyota GR Supra. Now I bought this thing for, I think it was 94 cents at a local store. So it's actually a really good deal for the money. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. If I can get it open. So this is the Hot Wheels 1/64 scale Toyota GR Supra. This one is in red, but they come in different colors. It's actually a pretty nice looking car. For most of my life, especially when I was a kid, the only 1/64 cars I ever bought were Hot Wheels. They've been around forever and they make a great product. But for only $1, at least here in the United States, you won't get a lot or as much as you will with something that costs 10 to 15 times more than it. So this Hot Wheels car right here, like I said, it cost me 94 cents or 98 cents, one of the two. Whereas this car here, depending on where you buy it from, will cost you anywhere from $10 to $15 on average. So as you can see on the Hot Wheels, the headlights are just decals. They are not inserts. You do get a Toyota emblem there. The radiator grill has no detail on it. There's no detail on this. You got the front spoiler on there. You get the body kit, or it'd be considered a racing kit, because this is a little bit different than what a normal Toyota Supra would look like. You get decals along the side here, a little bit of paint job. You can see the rear lights have no decal or no paint. The exhaust is not painted. It's just part of the underbody, the plastic on this car. And as you can see, the underbody on this car, there is no detail really at all. The rear spoiler is all metal, and it's actually quite durable. If you give this to your kid, or if you accidentally drop it on the floor, chances are it's not going to break. But because they made it so thick and made it out of the same piece of metal the body was in, it isn't the most accurate according to scale to the real life vehicle. It's the other thing you get with Hot Wheels when you're paying only $1. I don't know if you can see this. There is a QC issue there that had to do with the mold. It's called flashing. That never got cut off or didn't get removed properly. I don't know if you can really see that up close. Yeah, you can kind of see it now. That's just something that happens on occasion when you buy a $1 car. The interior has some detail to it. I mean, you can see the driver's and passenger seat. You can see a little nub in there for the gear lever. And you can see a slight roll cage in the back window. But other than that, that's about it for this car. You get some decals, you get the Toyota symbol. There's no rear lights. The exhaust isn't painted. It's quite plain. But for $1, it's a fantastic car. There's another thing you can see. I don't know if you can see that chip in the paint right there. You saw me just open this up. This is kind of what happens. There's a blob of paint that gathered up right there. That's what happens when you buy a $1 car. You see there's another one right there. But all in all, for the money, it's a great value. Especially if you want to use it to play with. If you're going to display it, it will still look like a nice car. But as you'll see, with the Mini GT, there's a lot more detail. There's a lot more quality with it. Go ahead and open that up. Try to do this without cutting my finger off while I'm on camera. And without cutting that box up underneath there either. Should be good enough. So with the Mini GT, what you get is a blister pack, which is this. Again, from what I see from other countries where they sell a Mini GT, you typically only get the box with the protective case on the inside. Here in the US anyways, you get the blister pack, a little piece of plastic that protects it while it's in the blister pack, and you get the box. Tells you what the car is, has a picture on it, some other information that's on the box. But you also get inside the box a protective case. Essentially the way this works, take the car out of here. These typically snap into place. Yeah, see, there you go. It snaps into place, helps protect it. When you pull out of the box, you don't have to worry about accidentally falling on the ground. And then it covers the car up like so. And then when you want to store your vehicle, if you don't want it displayed, shove it in the box. And it's quite secure and safe in there. You don't have to worry about it if you stack a whole bunch of boxes up, scratching the window or the paint or breaking the spoiler off in the back. As you can see with this car from Mini GT, there's a lot more detail on it. You get more paintwork, more designs. The emblems or the decals are really clear, easy to read, and they look great. So I'll start from the front. So you can see with this Mini GT, the headlights are not decals. the actual inserts they place inside the bodywork. So it looks nicer, looks cleaner. The radiator or the grill area is detailed. As you can see, it looks a lot nicer. You still got the front spoiler. The wheels on the Mini GT, we'll focus here, are actually rubber. These ones here have tread on them. The rear lights themselves, the brake lights or the turn signals, are also an insert. You can also tell, see the little rivet marks on here? You don't get that with the Hot Wheels. The rear spoiler is made out of plastic, so it's not as durable as the Hot Wheels is. And it's also thinner too, so it's more correct to scale than what the Hot Wheels is. The exhaust tips are painted. You get a decal where the rear license plate would be. You can see it says Supra right there, another Toyota emblem. It says Snap on there. NGK spark plugs. It says TRA Racing Tradition right there. And this says Rocket Bunny Pandem on the front of this one. It also says TRA Racing Edition or Traditions and Pandem on the window. You can see that. This vehicle just looks so much nicer than the Hot Wheels. But again, it should for the price. It costs 10 to 15 times more than the Hot Wheels does. You can also see in the rear window you have the defroster lines on the window. Whereas the Toyota Supra, it does not, I'm sorry, the Hot Wheels does not have side mirrors on it at all. There's nothing there. I know when I showed my Corvette, the Hot Wheels C8R had little nubs. This one does not. This is got, the Mini GT has got rubber side mirrors. They're both made out of rubber, like a light rubber. So you don't have to worry about them snapping off. I would still be kind of careful because they are actually quite flimsy. The rear spoiler, like I said, it was plastic. You even have the individual rivets on the wheel wells. There's a little bit more detail on them. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the interior has a lot more detail on this car than what it does on the Hot Wheels. It's a great car. It looks amazing. If you're going to use it for displaying, then the Mini GT is definitely the winner. Now this car does roll, like all the other Mini GTs that I've messed with. They do roll, so you can kind of fiddle with them if you want, but they do not roll as well as the Hot Wheels do. So if you want to play with your Toyota, the Hot Wheels is the way to go, hands down. If you want to race it down a track, if you want to give it to your kid, the Hot Wheels is definitely the way to go. I really wish this would focus and stay focused. The Hot Wheels is the way to go. If you're looking to display or just enjoy looking at, then the Mini GT is definitely the way to go. Your return on investment, depending on where you get them from, could potentially be higher with the Hot Wheels. And you can buy this, like I got it for, I think it was 94 cents. Sometimes you can sell, depending on the car. Usually it's the premiums, the Hot Wheel premiums, that go for a much larger amount online. People selling them, they find them in the store, buy them and selling them. But some of these cars themselves, I've seen people sell these anywhere from $1 to $5, $6. So you're talking about if you got it for $5, sold it for $5, that's 500% return on investment. Whereas this, if you were happen to pick it up at $10 and sold it for $15, you're talking about a 50% return on investment. So if you're looking for a hobby to where you can buy and sell, Hot Wheels is more than likely the way to go. Now I have seen some Mini GT models going from $40 to $70 depending on the model. But even then, if you bought it at $10, that's only a 700% increase. For some of these Hot Wheel models, you buy them for $3, and I've seen some, especially on the premium lines, you buy them from $3 to $5. I've seen some going for over $100. So that's a substantially higher return on investment. The only problem with that is if your stores around you are anything like the stores we have here, they're always sold out. Always. You can't find the premium Hot Wheels hardly ever, unless you get lucky and stumble in on them. For $1 car, this Hot Wheels car, I really wish this would stop doing that, is a great car. The quality is good. I mean, you still have some QC issues with like paint or flashing. Some decals on some of these Hot Wheel cars are also, they aren't always done properly. Whereas on the Mini GT, they're usually flawless. Just a great car. I forgot to mention the undercarriage on this Mini GT anyhow is, it's got some detail to it. I know when I showed my Corvette C8R, it was just flat. Whereas this one has textured tires, has tread on them, and the undercarriage also has some designs on it. Now that's going to be it for tonight. Just showcasing the two different cars. This Toyota GR Supra from Hot Wheels and the Toyota GR Supra from Mini GT. Both great cars, but depending on what you're going to use them for, they fulfill different purposes. They have different purposes. That's it for tonight. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. It would really help. If you guys would like more of these comparison videos, let me know down in the comment section. But as always, have fun, and I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck collecting. Good night.